I think they were making a dramatic tale, but it was the 80s, so they had to package it properly.
Yeah.
I think maybe the juxtaposition between those two things, though, is maybe what made it a hard sell.
I mean, I couldn't pitch this to somebody nowadays. I guess I could.
No.
But they wouldn't want to sit there for
I think
137 minutes.
Well, I think if you pitch this, they'd say, oh, go to Sci-Fi and they'll make it, and it'll be a spin-off from Sharknado.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the kind of movie that would do it, right? Like the Dog Soldiers guys would get a hold of it.
Ooh.
And so, that'd be amazing, actually.
Yeah,
I just regret not saying don't do the remake, because that'd be amazing.
Neil Marshall, on it.
Get on it. So, Mark.
Yeah.
If you were going to rate this movie out of 10, what would you give it, and what would you give what we call the good, the bad, and the ugly of the movie? So something you loved, something you hated, and something you'd change a little bit. If
I had to give this IMDb rating, I would legit give it an 8 out of 10. Now, just because of how unique it is. Right. We don't see many movies like this. And listen, there's some really awkward music. It's a very long movie, but it's different and it's sensitive. And so, there are some pretty good gore effects in it, which I like. So I'd give it an 8.0. The ugly, I would have to say is, let's see. The ugly, I gotta go with that minute-long guitar riff.
Yeah.
I mean, that one just crushed my soul. And then the good, and then, all right, so what am I saying? Am I at the ugly now, or am I at the bad?
I think you're at the bad. So you did the ugly was the guitar music. The good was just like the movie as a whole, as a concept.
Okay. The bad of the movie is, I mean, it's just it's too long.
Yeah.
It ruminates, sure. Like it lingers, sure. But you could have cut the whole Dennis Dunn alcoholism stalker subplot.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it does end with him, falling off the cliff? Yeah, and splatting. But
it was a good splat, though.
Great splat. So maybe leave that in. Yeah. That's actually my favorite part. But the good is Swayze. Like, he's just on fire. Very, very, very solid performance, and everything was on his shoulders for this role. What about you?
So I would give it as well an 8 just for concept, because like you say, it's something we don't see often every day. The good to me was Swayze and Potts. I would have loved to see them in other movies. I thought their chemistry was white hot.
Oh yeah, unbelievable.
Very, very. The bad, again, I would agree with the time. It was a little bit long of a run, and I think if they just would have cut it a little bit, keep the energy going, it could have beat Top Gun at the box office that opening weekend.
I agree.
And then the ugly, the one thing I'd change. It's funny you mentioned the guitar work. What I would have done is, instead of giving Steve Morse some scoring and then intermixing some other songs with there, in '86 I would have given one band the soundtrack. Say, we want you to write an album that's going to be the soundtrack to this movie, and then I would have given someone from that band the Brad Savage role. So put a young Bon Jovi in as Brad Savage.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be great.
You get like an MTV tie-in, and then that's the marketing for it.
Bon Jovi could have done that role.
Right? Or like, who's the guy from Poison? Brett Michaels?
Yeah.
Him in there.
I do think that role was a bit underwritten.
Yeah, like I just feel it was just there.
They almost didn't need the third.
No, I think they only had the third is so that Swayze wouldn't have been alone. Mitch's death.
Yeah.
But he had Annie Potts. Like, Chad had Debbie, and so you didn't really need Pete Waters there.
Yeah. And then at the end, he's just, I don't know about that. It was weird. And then they kind of got rid of him in the middle of the movie. Remember that? He's like, hey, I'm going to go check on the Jeep.
Well, he kind of hooks up with that girl, right? And
so they
bring that, like,
the volleyball player.
One time they said, where's Waters? And then Mitch was like, where Waters is. And they kind of give that nod, like, oh, yeah. And kind of, he's hooked up with that townie again.
Yeah. Did you like that subplot? The volleyball scene wasn't necessary.
No, I thought it was really neat that both it and Top Gun had a volleyball scene, but Top Gun definitely did that better. Yeah.
This volleyball scene, the sand, I'm telling you, once again, the sand was just too deep.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun, 100%. Man. I'm so happy that you told me about this movie. Now I know about it. Now I've watched it several times. Yeah. And now the world is going to hopefully hear more about it. And this one, unlike Youngblood, we can actually stream. So look it up and you can stream it online.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there. And again, you would find no better if you're here's my final thoughts on this. If you want to impress a girl that you're trying to court, you'll find no better trilogy of movies than Red Dawn, Youngblood, and The Sunshine Shark Club.
Oh yeah. Throw in some Sharks in Sweden and Icebreaker.
Oh.
Wait, Sharks in Sweden. Wait, have we done an Ice Cold trilogy yet? We've done Icebreaker and Cliffhanger.
Right, we haven't done an Ice Cold trilogy yet.
So we got to finish our Ice Cold trilogy now.
So I would say Die Hard 2.
Yeah, let's do it.
He stabs a guy with an icicle, man.
Oh no, and there's a snowmobile chase, which we've talked about.
Snowmobile chase.
All right, and it's Rennie Harlan, so it fits with our Cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Wait, oh man, Rennie Harlan directed both those movies.
Oh,
how unbelievable is he?
Incredible.
And he also did Long Kiss Goodnight, which is very cold.
Long Kiss Goodnight is fantastic.
So good. We need the Rennie Harlan cold trilogy now.
Yeah, we do. I'm excited about that.
All right, well, this was fun, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Anytime.
All right, this was awesome. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodgins, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week. Ride the wave.